Esselamu Aleyküm ve Rahmetullah. Euzu billahi mineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi şrah li sadri ve yessir li emri ve hlul ukdeten min lisani yefkahu kavli ve ceal li vesiran min ehli Harun ahi iştud bihi esri ve yeşriku fi emri key nusebbihake kethira ve nezkurake kethira inneke kunte binna basira. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم اللهم أنت ربي لا إله إلا أنت خلقتني وأنا عبدك وعلى عهدك ووعدك ما استطعت وأعوذ بك من شر ما صنعت وأبوء لك بنعمتك علي وأبوء بذنبي فاغفر لي فإنه لا يغفر الذنوب إلا أنت وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين.
You're not sharing screen on Zoom. I don't think your Zoom is
Thank you.
on.
Thank you.
It is?
Also, thank you. Thank you for reminding. No, friends there should remind me as well, not only our friends here. Yeah, I think it's okay now. Thank you. Let me get rid of this out of the way. Now, last week we studied an interesting verse, like every verse, but especially related to our life. This one, from the section Araf 156, as you see on the screen, which وَرَحْمَتِي وَسِعَتْ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ, my mercy encompasses everything. We discussed a lot, everything. So we said at the end of the discussion, everything is mercy. But there is a hadith. There are related verses, but uses the same terminology. That's why I say, okay, we have to. So I have to take this hadith, which says, "Inna rahmati taghlibu qadabi." Well, what do you mean? My mercy verily. What is verily? I don't know why they say keep verily. Definitely, surely, my mercy prevails over my anger. But the previous verse said, everything is mercy. What's anger? Or what's going on? So, I don't know. Does it bother you? Somehow, God's mercy everywhere, وَسِعَتْ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ. But this hadith says, qadab. Or every day while the Muslims are praying, they say, غَيْرِ الْمَغْضُوبِ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا الضَّالِّينَ. Now, please guide us to the perfect way, let's say straight way, means any way which my senses must be directly related to my creator. So that is mustaqim, the straight path. That's the Muslims are using the straight path. What the straight path to where? To go to Chicago or what is it? So I question this. So the straight path to connect my being, my existence, my feelings and everything, like my reasoning directly to my creator. The source of it is existence. So directly, for example, let's say there is a power station here, a kind of power station, nuclear or otherwise, but power station. And here I need light, power station. I don't want to have a long wire going here and there and then going. I want to have a straight connection with it. As far as my feelings are concerned, I want to have direct connection with the source of my existence. my creator. So straight path. And then there is a exceptional case. What is this? Some says, غَيْرِ الْمَغْضُوبِ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا الضَّالِّينَ. Not the path that your anger is deserved to manifest on somebody's some ways, or those people totally go out of it. This is understand, dalil understand, because they don't relate themselves to the creator. No, they relate themselves to matter in one way or another. But maghdub is the problem. So, and there is a hadith narration, this is the tradition among the Muslim scholars, that maghdub means Jews. Is it connecting? Because I see it's not it wasn't connecting before. Is it connecting now? Your yeah, getting power. Okay. So why its tradition says children of Israel, Jews, because Jews, the children of Israel, not necessarily a certain tribe. Yeah, they represent in the Quran everywhere. When you read the children of Israel and any narration attached to children of Israel history is nothing to do with a certain group of people. It is the attitude, represents the attitude. We have to be very careful, otherwise we keep how do you say bringing more fuel, hatred among the people. It is not the solution at all. But the Quran doesn't do that. Apparently, the Quran wants really connection, understanding each other, and taking lesson from each other. But these children of Israel historically represents the people, anybody, it may be you and me, know about God, know that God sent this message, and there is written message, and the prophets are our leaders. So I found myself there. I think all of you. So do you feel that you heard something about the Creator? You heard something that the Creator sends the prophet? You heard something that there is a revelation. We received scripture from received. You are the children of Israel in the Quran. So Muslims are Ahli Kitab, aren't they? Aren't they Ahli Kitab? So children of Israel is presented one of the Ahli Kitab population, people. So Christians are Ahli Kitab. Among the Muslim scholarship, it is consensus, generally accepted. Christians are Ahli Kitab, Jews are Ahli Kitab. Who are else? Some people argue that some sort of Zoroastrian religion and some Eastern religious traditions were used to have scripture, but in the course of time, it is just lost. This kind of interpretations, we don't mind. But my problem is, am I one of the children, the people of book? My problem is, I think I have a book, and this is in my. And I'm sure all of you have the book. This is in your iPhone. So you are Ehli book, Ehli Kitab. Ehli Kitab. It means the people of people. So Jews are Ehli Kitab. And Maghdub means Ehli Kitab. So we have to understand that. So when we say غير المغضوب عليهم ولا غير المغضوب عليهم, which we are going to put qadabi, means the same word. The same word. One of them is noun, the other one is passive participle. participation, maghdub. You know, but maybe Muhammad may not know. Just that my friend, he understands me. So that's why I'm going there, maghdub. The one who deserved to be to receive God's, as the translation said, anger. Now, why? You receive, you know that I exist. You heard it, so you accept it. You didn't say, "Now they say, well, God exists, but I don't believe." No, you accept it. Okay, I sent messages well to you. You are aware of it, and the messenger represented it in his life and displayed how this message should be applied in one's life, and still you don't do it. And you start interpreting it, twisting it this way, that way. So you take this verse, but I don't want to hear this verse. And you deserve more anger. If someone is not aware of it, you say, okay, you don't know. This one doesn't know, but you know what why do you distort it? Why are you straight connected to me? Now, this is qadab. This is called qadab, but translated as anger. So we have to understand that something, God has qadab, anger. And but this hadith says, yes, God has other anger, but mercy is prevailing more over qadab. What does it mean? How is it? More than this. I don't think this means inna rahmeti taghlibu qadabi means taghlibu means prevails, overcame it. So what I understand from it, although literally it is not very clear, you see some qadab here, but it's covered with mercy. It means it is under the umbrella of mercy. Why? Everybody knows that if a student doesn't study, teacher says, of course, nowadays teachers don't get angry physically. What they do, okay, F. What does it mean? Fail. What does it mean? I'm not happy with you. No, you are doing something wrong, but I'm not physically expressing it, but F means I am really not happy with you. Who can say a student doesn't study and teacher gives him or her F, and this teacher is angry just because of lack of mercy? Do we get it? Let me say this in mathematical terms. 80% mercy, 20% ghadab, anger. No. 99% mercy, 1% anger. No. Why not? Go back. وسعت رحمتي ورحمتي وسعت كل شيء. Exactly the same thing. وسعت means powered. Yeah. Hadith says تغلب. It means, how can I explain it? غلبة. You know,
was like one of them.
yeah. If wrestlers, they are wrestling now, one of them is more powerful and the other one is like me, very weak. So he knocks me down and gets over me. It means, again, وسعت. So غلبة The word says over it. Wasi'a means over it. You understand Arabic, but there may be some other people who know Arabic. Any? No, okay. Maybe Osama knows. Also, Osama, do you know in Arabic?
What, the what?
Arabic.
Arabic? Yeah. Some,
Yeah, how about غلبة and وسعة?
over it and like fitting in.
Yeah, over. وسعة, covering. غلبة, coming over it. I just want to say that I'm not arbitrarily interpreting it.
No,
That is the meaning of the word. So, in fact, we should understand inna rahmati taghlibu qadabi, my mercy prevails over my anger. Exactly the lies this word. My mercy encompasses everything. It means covers everything. Oh, it seems to be we are fine with literal understanding because of this word structures. What's happening? Okay.
Yes.
Because of word structures. So it is not arbitrary, it is grammatically correct. But of course, we emphasize on studying the Quran not only from grammatically correct wise, but also rhetorically must be the correct as well. It means ilm bayan. So somehow related to this aspect of the hadith, and we study normally Quran. I think for those people who are following our discussions for years and years here, have you ever seen me studying hadith? I think you have been quite long ago. This is the first time I'm studying hadith throughout 15 years. To me, it's something new. For you, it's normal. Everybody studies hadith, and it's easy to study hadith practically. But of course, going into the details is not that easy. So let's go over the questions that I have on the screen. Why does the Quran mention about God's punishment and hell more than paradise? Now, I'll show you the, last week I mentioned that. I'll show you the exact numbers here. Now, the paradise is mentioned, no, sorry, hell is mentioned. Azab and hell is mentioned 448 times in the Quran. Whereas Jannah, paradise, is mentioned 209 times, less than half. But we said mercy is everywhere. Now, but you keep talking about hell and punishment. What is it? How are we going to solve this problem? Because, of course, we have been talking with the friends here before we started the discussion. We have to read the Quran.
We refresh.
Refresh. Now, we have to read the Quran in order to relate to our present day time problems and solve the problems under the guidance of the Quran. Because Quran says, I am cure for it, shifa. How do you, healing. I am mercy and I am healing. It may take some time, but you know what we are talking about, inshallah. One more? All right. Excuse me, maybe
You could do, if you click on iPhone,
Right, come on. So, sorry for this. Oh, it says page unresponsive. Page is unresponsive. I don't know why.
You just want to quit out of it and open it again?
Where?
Do you want to open it again, maybe?
We just try.
One more. Refresh. Exit page and refresh.
And refresh doesn't give the option.
Press the X.
X.
Yeah. And then click it again. Exit page, exit. And now refresh again. Again, or reload.
Or reload, stay.
Could be something that just.
I think we got the question, then we can talk about it, inshallah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Quran mentions more. We touched upon it last week. Quran mentions more about warnings and less than half about reward. It seems to be education cannot be based on always punishment and warning. Reward is more encouraging. But it is something to do with learning process in the school. So I was a teacher once upon a time long ago. So I always even distributed chocolate to the students. So encouragement. If someone does something, definitely you will be successful. But sorry.
The internet went down. The internet went down.
Connection went down.
I'm telling him the internet went down.
Internet.
So
You connect.
the
Okay.
computer suddenly stopped. Do you think the school stopped?
I think it's working right now. Just a moment.
Yes.
Okay, it's working now.
So the problem is this one is not coming out. This one, Google. What's Google is not coming out? All right, let's refresh it, close
Yeah,
this
it's-
one, and got this one, and from here, okay. And this one.
Double click.
Yeah. Let's be patient. So here we go, here we go. No, not this one we are going. I hit the wrong. This one. Okay, I think inshallah it will come up. So let's deal with this problem. Now, education, if it is something to learning, then you have to always prefer encouragement. Of course, there will be a flavor of failure as well. It is inevitable. So human beings, if they are not successful, any of these education institutions anywhere in the world, they don't reward not successful students. It's quite normal. So if I am, for example, if I am ill and if I go to the doctor and prescribes me medicine, you have to take this, I go and don't take it. What happens? So I need to be done. So I need to be warned. Look, if you don't take this medicine, you will definitely, let's say, God forbid, you will die. It is life threatening. You have to do it. So it must warn me. If he says, oh, you didn't take the medicine, it's all right. I'm a compassionate doctor. It is okay. So helps me to die, leads me to my death. Now the Quranic mission is not teaching. We have to understand. Not teaching, educating people, training people is not teaching. For example, if you go to the army, example, so you have to take the training. You have to take some sort of exercises or something. Do they allow you not to do it? Have you been to army? For how long? A little bit, I know, well, just 1 month. So did you ever dare to reject your commander, what he wants? Obey it? Why? Oh, you have to. But did they tell you, okay, Mohammed, you're all right. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Did they tell you this? You have to come in time. You have to come in time, and you have to. There's no option. Now, because the Quran is a spiritual training, not teaching, not education, no, bringing knowledge, transferring knowledge, but spiritual training. That's what we have to read whether you are, I keep telling you, but you may not remember, slightly more than half of the Quran is about the narrations of the prophetic life examples. They call it prophetic stories. But life examples, because the Prophet Muhammad والسلام's life events also evaluated, analyzed in the Quran in great details. I would say most of the longest sections of the Quran are mainly consist of prophetic narrations and also Prophet Muhammad's life's narrations as well. But analysis, these are not teaching me what happened to Prophet Solomon, or Abraham. No. My life training. Now, you have to do this and this in your living conditions, apply it to your life. It is training. During the training, you have to be very careful not to make a mistake. But knowledge-wise, if you make a mistake, they can correct it. But during the training, if you make a mistake, it is irreversible. For example, if I don't take the medicine, I don't cure. Which is, I die, for example. So they have to say, no, you have to do it. You have to do it. They keep warning me because of the nature of the Quran. Quran's purpose, or God speaks in the Quran in order to teach us how to manage our life. All the stories and information for management, practical. That is why we have to understand that, for example, I think that I gave this example last week, but just to refresh our minds. You are driving, road is safe, highway, going maybe like some crazy driver, 100 miles per hour. So do you need road is safe signals, or do you need, there is a sharp turn, slow down? Which one do you need? Sharp turn, or there is something block or dangerous. So stop and go back or take another route. We need warnings. That is practical, not knowledge-wise. Knowledge, encouragement, of course, especially children, and all grown-ups as well. If somebody tells me, oh, I learned today from the class something, or it was new for me, for example, I get more encouragement. I get the encouragement, encourages me. But if no one, still I believe I have to share the Quran and now today Hadith narrations as directly related to my life, and it must be practical. So I need more warning that, for example, if I'm not really connecting my life, my existence to the source of my life, which means the creator, my creator, then what am I doing? I am relating my life, my existence, either to myself, you're to accident, or I don't know. They call it nature. I never believe in nature anyways. So they don't know what they mean by nature. They don't define nature. That's what I keep telling you. Be careful, be careful. They keep saying nature, nature, instinct. They don't define it. Because there is nothing such, there is matter created, that is it. How they are created. All the qualities we see in the matter comes from the source of its existence. So we have to be careful about these tricky languages. So random happenings, as a result of random happening, the perfect order, universe-wise, continuously, never failing, happen. I mean, we have to be very careful about these kind of languages. So I have to look a reasonable way of explaining my source of existence. What can I relate, or how can I relate my existence so that I can connect my feelings to this source of existence and ask him, why did he give me this sense of satisfaction, this sense of love, this sense of hate, this sense of fear? Why did he give me all this? And he says, okay, I'm going to tell you to take precaution in your life and make sure that you never disconnect your existence to your source of existence. It means your creator, your Rab, your Lord. They say, I don't know what Lord means, but your sustainer, your creator, your maintainer. So you owe your existence to him. This kind of explanations in the Quran we receive. So always feel so great that you are the product, you are the work of the creator of the universe. You are not the work of your parents. Don't be ridiculous. So you have an owner. You have a sustainer that you can trust, who is the one who is the creator of the universe, owner of the universe, and who gave you existence within the context of this universe, so that everything is related to your being. Your feelings are directly related to everywhere, everything in the universe. Every individual can claim, we always say this, every individual can claim that I am, sorry, the universe is created for me. That is how a believer should feel secure in his existence. So everything. So who are you? Oh, I am the one, a guest who invited me. Who's this guest? Not the mayor of New York, the owner of the universe brought me here and said, here is the universe is yours. But don't forget, your life is transient, so it is just temporary. And if you say that the universe itself is going to satisfy me, your feelings will never be satisfied, because I gave you the feelings which infinite need. Who doesn't want perfect, permanent satisfaction? That is what you are given. So the source of existence can do it, but the universe is just your rental house. So you will be taken away from it, but the one who provided this house of the universe for you will take care of after you are taken out of this house of the universe. So he has permanent houses for you. So you receive the message from the Quran, I am going to I am going to take care of your needs, because I am the one who created your feelings. So I am responsible for it. Huh? You have hearts, you have lungs, practical example. Do you need air? The whole atmosphere is yours. Wherever you go, it is with you. Don't worry about it. But your feelings, it's not satisfied here. I know I'm going to die soon. I know you're happy, by the way, but I want to give me, my creator, give me healthy life, as long as you think it is better for me, not me. So I belong to you.
Mm.
So we have to have this consciousness, inshallah. So I'm going to live here. From now on, before I die, I say, what will happen to me after I die? I will disappear, but I don't want to. Who wants to die?
Mm.
I don't want to, but the people don't ask this. In your profession, people don't ask this. Who gave this sense to me? Sense of security, sense of satisfaction, sense of receiving respect and recognition. That's the problem of this age. Everybody wants to feel great. That is why they don't criticize you, because they don't want themselves to be criticized when they do something wrong. So they say everything is fine with you, but they say, come on, this man is worth nothing. But when they speak to you on your face, it is hypocrisy. So we have to be very careful, and we have to understand that somebody must tell me what is wrong with my connection with my creator. Quran is doing this warning. If you are not aware of your Lord, your owner, then you are going to fall into a cliff. We need warning there. And not only just on the edge of the cliff, long before, so that I have to take another route to be safe. So after passing the hadith narration says this, after passing the last exit, you cannot go back on the highway. You have to continue. It means last exit before the cliff is by age. And no one guarantees that tomorrow his or her last exist. No one can guarantee I'm not going to die. I had a friend, I love her. And I knew her family, parents as well, both. She asked, just let me know, like other friends as well. My mother is in intensive care. Please pray. Just want some sort of consolations. Yeah. And a few days later, I had a message. So somebody else said, this friend's father passed away. No, no, no. I said, no, no. No, the father's the father, mother, but you don't know. Why? Because I know her mother was in the intensive care. And then I contacted her. She said, yes, my father's passed away. Mother is in the intensive care. Nothing's wrong with the father. Went to the morning prayer and died. And then in the afternoon prayer, Asr prayer, his janazah namaz was performed. We don't know. We don't know. So last exists, everybody will say last exists is today. As some people remind each other, says, pray as if it is your last prayer. It means last exists. Now, this kind of warning we need. Inshallah, that is essential for us to understand that Quran mentions about God's punishment more than hell because of the nature of Quran's teaching. We have to understand this. Quran's teaching, again, I'm repeating the principle, as a principle, Quran's teaching is not education. Quran's teaching is training, not only information. For example, if a person goes to a school, fails, and doesn't get the degree, it doesn't mean that it is the end of his life or her life. Well, most of these immigrant Muslims go into driving in New York, make more money than the professors do. So they say, okay, it wasn't the end of the life. But in connection with connecting our existence to our God is irreplaceable. Yeah, irreplaceable. So it is like in Arabic, irreplaceable. So in the Quranic tajwid also, when there is ne, and follows with ra, it is called irra. This one of inra.
Yeah.
So I said, this is like English. The English also has the same thing. That may be human nature. Anyway, it is irreplaceable. You cannot go back. It is too late, always. No, that is the second question. Is the God of the Quran an angry God rather than a loving God? We understood sometimes. For example, as far as the traffic conditions are concerned, this is a simple example. As far as the traffic conditions are concerned, the traffic police or anybody who takes care of this traffic business, as a result of their love for us, they put warnings. Do you get it? As a result of that, if they love the drivers, if they don't put the warnings at the dangerous situations, they don't love us. They don't care us. Once a policeman stopped me driving. So he said something, gave my advice, and I said, okay, thank you very much. I know you are warning me because you care me. He said, this is the first time I heard this. No, because you love me, that's why you warn me. You are telling me, don't do this, don't do that. I was driving and eating it. Crazy, but you know, doing this. So he was so pleased. He was so pleased. He said, yes, because we want you to live. That is why I warn you. We will give you a ticket just to have a peaceful life in a city or on the road. That is why. Otherwise, not because we gave you ticket, because we are angry. So we want your safety. We say to put your belt, for example, seat belt. Why? We want your life to be safe. But if you don't put the belt, I give you ticket. It seems to be the policeman is angry with me. This is out of love. We have to understand. We have to understand. Anything wrong here? So the consultant is here. If I give a wrong consultation, I will be responsible. So how about experience that I create the dislike? The things are created, and the question is this. We are experiencing many things created, many things happening, and my feelings are rebelling against it. It shouldn't be. Who is creating this? Who is creating the things that we don't like? My creator. Do you see the contradiction? Seemingly contradiction here. The one who created me within my own feelings. I should not dislike this event, and the same one creates the event there that I don't like. What does it mean? How are we going to solve this problem? Do you think God is contradicting himself? No, but we see in creation no contradiction. Everything is perfectly aligned, perfectly adjusted, and everything is really in their existence compatible to each other and supporting each other's existence. So what is this contradiction that I dislike and the creator creates what I don't like, which I say as a result, logically, God created something that he wants me not to like it. Oh, why? I think you want to say, and our friend wants to say something there. Maybe we can start. So from you, okay. Go ahead. So that time will come, and inshallah, our friend also express her answers. Yeah.
I think it's Allah's way of teaching us about himself. He is the expander and the contractor. So, and we learn through opposites. So his reason, or these experiences that we have that we dislike, is also a mercy from him to teach us about both his beautiful and his majestic attributes.
That you say, I mean, do you think God has two sides? But the previous verse said, وَرَحْمَتِي وَسِعَتْ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ. My mercy encompasses everything. So I don't have two sides. I have only one side, mercy. That's only mercy. So what does it mean? So Fatiha is really really, although it is in the narration, heart of the Quran is Yasin, but I see the practically the summary of the whole Quran is in Fatiha. But he says in Fatiha, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. It means introduces himself as Allah, Rabbul Alameen. I am the sustainer, taking care of all the world, everything, Alameen, and Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. What does it mean? This Alam, this universe is my mercy. But two aspects of mercy. Rahman, mercy. Rahim, mercy. That is not our subject, but two dimensions of everything. For example, creation of the trees are mercy in their creation as useful to our body. For example, cleaning the air and giving fruit, beauty, but Rahim, in the way that the trees are created, you see the absolute power, absolute knowledge, absolute wisdom. So Rahim side introduces this infinite being. So I understand that I'm not given only the tree. I am being introduced to the creator of the tree through the qualities manifested in the existence of the tree. Do we get this point? It's very important. So all creation is nothing but my mercy. So we have to say, we have to understand that God has two sides. God has one side, mercy. Look at the universe. How can you explain the existence of the universe if not mercy? Just free. How can you explain? It is impossible. Just given for your existence, whatever you are given, that is what just mercy, freely given. Did you pay anything on any? Did you do anything? Freely given, everything. So this is absolute mercy, but we have to understand what mercy requires. Let's listen to our friend.
I was responding to the question about the seeming contradiction when your feelings are uncomfortable with a certain experience. So personally, when I go through that, there is either emotional discomfort on one spectrum or even emotional crisis. So then I think you have to either adjust your attitude.
So just
adjust your attitude
attitude.
or adjust your action to change the experience. Because until you get feelings and experience to align, because you can't stay in that place too long and be comfortable.
Yeah. So although you are driving fast on the road and you prefer not to stop, get the shortest way, but there is a warning, don't go. You dislike it. Oh, God, I will be late for my appointment, for example. So, I'm going to drive 100 miles more, for example. You don't like it. I don't like it. But do you say that this warning is something bad? Isn't that mercy? That is how we should understand. Yeah.
For the second question, I mean, the other slide.
Hell before we die?
No,
Next slide.
next slide.
Next
slide.
Sorry, here
Yeah.
we go. Sorry.
For the question about experiences that I greatly dislike. To add on.
The
to what-
third question.
The third question, yeah.
Mhm.
To add on to what they already said. I think from what we talked about last time, it's also to remind us that we are transient
Yeah,
in this life,
yes.
right? That
So-
we don't have full control over this life and to remember our creator.
Yeah, everything is so useful. So this is the transience of life, transience of health, transient of, for example, the people who get married, when they are going to get married, they say, I am going to have a 100% happy life. Yeah? Ask those people who are married, if there is anyone married, do you?
No.
Good luck. So, Osama, are you married? Woman. That is the single people's house. So anyways, they get pictures, special arrangements in the halls. And the first day now, I am very happy. Second day, yes, I am happy. The third day, yeah, happy. And 6 months later, fine, that's enough. That's enough. Come on. Starts this. So we try to get the satisfaction first, but I love healthy life with goals. Why do you think that we are created in this way? Although we are given, we have to acknowledge ourselves. First of all, I think if someone wants to have a happy life, first of all, he has to recognize himself. See which kind of potential I have been given and why. So all the realities of this universe contradict all the potential I have. Have you noticed that? But it's beautiful. I call it nowadays not much, but before when this matter was very hot, I used to call them beautiful contradiction.
Mhm.
Only through my createdness, my reality that I need to be given, I cannot do anything if it is not given. For example, can you eat even one plate of rice if it is not created? Can you create rice? Who can? The huge chemical pharmaceutical companies and factories, plants out there. Yeah. Come on, get together as the Qur'an challenge, create and make one rice. Can they? No. Given. That's what we have to understand. Prepared, readily presented, everything. So, but it's taken away. Why? Only through this needing to be created, needing to be given, we understand who is doing it. But if we are not careful, for example, when I take my tablet, yeah, I take 2 tablets a day. So they tell me, you have to. So they keep warning me. Did you take your tablet? Take your tablet. So they keep warning me because they love me. They want me to have a healthy life. So happy life. So when I take the tablet, I may say, tablet is the source of health, healing. God says, no. They have to come to me the way I create, and there is the way I am teaching them, I'm letting them know, if you do this and this, you can make this medicine. I can follow it, obey my creation. I will create the medicine for you, but obey all the factors. What do? They obey the order of the universe, so that they can make and get the medicine created by God. They ask for it. Allah creates for them in the next moment. So that is also God's, but people say medicine does it. So can you imagine? Medicine saves you for how long? By the way, I have a neighbor and Chinese man. Which is 109 years old. Yeah, he's moving around, but but moving around. So he's now 109 years old. So at the end, let's say 110 years old. Are you sure that he's going to die? He is going to die eventually. Sure or not? Sure. All right. Let me ask the question. Are you sure that you are going to die as well? Yes. So what? Only through death we understand that, oh, I cannot guarantee my life. It doesn't belong to me. It doesn't belong to doctors or pharmaceutical companies. Where did I get it? The one who gave you the sense of loving, permanent, perfect, satisfactory life is giving you death. For what? Don't think that the tablets are giving you health. It's me. You don't think that the nature is giving you, the universe is giving you life or existence. It's me. So acknowledge me. That is why this life on earth is training, to get to know who the source of my existence is. That is why Qur'an says, don't go astray. Don't be ma'dub. Be aware. Don't directly connect yourself to me so that your expectations will be provided by me. But if you think that your expectations are going to be provided by any part of the universe, even the whole universe, they do nothing to you. They cannot save you at all because they are only responding to your bodily needs. When you are hungry, you get the get. Because I created it for your bodily needs. But you have to see the aspect that which they declare me, introduce me. So you have to see that in your life that declares I belong to him. That's why Quran says, be aware that your reality is, I belong to Allah. Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Unfortunately, we recite this verse, we belong to Allah, we are returning to him. It means raji'un, returning to him. We are returners, if you like, literal translation, continuously returning to him, getting closer to death. It means getting closer to return to him. Every day is a blessing. Why? Invitation from your creator. Getting old means congratulations. You are almost ready to arrive your destination. So you will be taken care of, the one who gives your life here, and he's going to receive it. But Muslim tradition read this ayah when inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Somebody tell me. Somebody dies, but I am always experiencing death because my life is transient. It means reminding me, yesterday you existed, did you? Where is it? Died. Your yesterday died. Your last year died. Raji'un is very important. Raji'un means you will be returning. No, you are returners. I am driving the car. I am called driver. Exactly the same form. Raji'un.
So on our way back to God.
But always driving fast and fast to our destination. In fact, it is a very, very, very interesting structure. The universe is round. For example, all the universe and everything in the universe, planets and galaxies are all round. You know why? If you fly on the surface straight, where you are going to end up? Tokyo is not the other end of the earth. Where you are going to end up? Sorry, where the point? You started. You take off from JFK, and you fly and continue, you will come back to JFK. Raji'un means this. The way the universe is created is telling me, wherever you go straight, your straight way comes to me. This curve, this beautiful creation, very meaningful. Everything is very meaningful. I really love this, the way this creation is taking place. Time is up. So can we find mercy in severe warnings in the Quran, like pain? So we are saying the pain of separation, pain of getting old, pain of losing. This is mercy. This is the mercy, real mercy. So the last point, which is really late, does this hadith not contradict the previous verse we referred? We said everything literally means everything. It means غلبة and وسعة, actually description of the same things. So this hadith says he has anger as well. We said, no, it doesn't say anger as we understand. I'm angry with you because you hurt me. No. This our understanding of anger is love, reflection of love, because of the nature of teaching, of the purpose of the teaching of the Quran, which is training, giving practical guidance. So how can we reconcile both? Inshallah, is it possible? We said, no, it is more than possible, necessary to understand it in this way. Otherwise, we will not get guidance from the Quran. Got it? Shall we stop? Any more comments? Anything? Oh, let me see. There's a chatting. Ferhat says, it is like flying a boomerang. Yes, thank you. When you get back to where you launched from, exactly, raji'un, turja'un, these are the Quranic language. Go, Ben, this one, go, this one. How can I get rid of this? Yeah. So, I respect and acknowledge it, but let me complete this. There is no this returning back to God in the Quran, which is used past tense. Either active participle or passive participle turja'un, or as it is in turja'un, present continuous tense. Raji'un, yerji'un, yurja'un, terji'un, turja'un, all of them are referred to the future. Not necessarily continuity, because, for example, if I say, while I am driving, you called me and said, what are you doing? I am driving, not I drove. I drove is past, too late. I am driving. Quran teaches me and guides me right now what I am experiencing. You are driving to your destination. So you are, not you are the active. Your creator is taking you to himself, where you started. So this is a beautiful, if you,
Brotherly dropped.
Uh-oh.
It's recorded, right?
Yes, this is being recorded.
No, but like this is it because he dropped. So
Yeah, I was gonna say I think only the Zoom is recorded, not the actual physical room, unless they're
mm.
streaming the room.
Oh well, the recording stopped, I think. So did you understand the last part, guys?
I got part of it before I cut out. Like we're actively going back to the creator, I think, like
Yeah,
returning.
yeah, no, but the part about the anger in the hadith narration, how do we reconcile it?
I think he was rushing through it. I'm not sure, but he said no, there's no such thing as anger. I
Yeah,
don't know. And he
so
went really fast.
so
Huh?
that was a reconciliation.
Yeah, I'm still like kind of processing. I don't know. I don't have an opinion yet. I didn't think about it. Usually, if it's like a heavy topic, I'll go and like think about it.
Yeah, exactly. Because the hadith is contradicting in a way when it says about the anger. So I wanted to ask him that.
But I can see where he's coming from, right? Like it's not like it comes from like love, but I don't know. Like I don't know.
Yeah, he gave the warnings example. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
That did make sense, definitely. I don't know
Yeah.
that. I don't have an opinion yet.
So the anger is the wrong translation, wrong word maybe, or it's not really the.
To be honest, I don't know actually. Yeah, it could be any of those, or maybe a combination of.
I mean, even I need to again. I think I'm gonna re-listen to it again. The whole teacher analogy that everything is pretty much out of care. Somebody is concerned out of love, right? So, I mean, even though somebody you keep getting warning, 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 but then even if student gets an F, it's from the I guess as a student I would perceive it as anger, but then I should see it as, oh yeah, mercy because it was my own fault. But like, I mean, because he mentioned something in the beginning when he was talking about the teacher-student analogy about, is it 80% mercy and 20% punishment? No, no, no. Is it 99% mercy, 1% punishment? No, no, no. It's like everything is mercy. So, so I guess from my perception, the way I'm looking at things is, yes, it is a mercy, even though if I score an F. But then from the teacher side, I mean, that's how
Well,
this how
because if there
the
was, yeah, I was gonna say if there's like no F or there's no like grading system, then you kind of get like what the Christians have, where as long as you say Jesus my savior, then no matter what you do, you can do the most egregious things, which would completely like destroy the system. Like that would not be a functional way to live life. So I think like even that system is a mercy is what he was referring to, but maybe I'm wrong.
It's a good point, actually. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. So, Bhai, what was your initial query about the anger piece? What you were saying? What was the question? I overlooked it.
No, so the question was, is there any contradiction? If so, how do we overcome it? That was his question. That was posted on the
Mhm.
slide. Right? How do we reconcile this? So I think your explanation, the way you guys explained it, makes sense basically. So the anger part of it basically can be redefined in a way that it's basically coming out of love, just like the professor or teacher gives the syllabus in the beginning of the semester starts. I have guidance given to you just so that it's like a warning, and then there are the regular exams or projects that are done and they're graded, right? And then the final grade. So reminders keep coming. So basically everything is kind of the education
Mhm.
as right that is happening. But
Mhm.
even though we may perceive it as, oh God, he may be angry with me or not, but no, that's still something, a reminder. So it's probably speaking from like human perspective in a way.
Mhm. So there's no such thing then you would say as anger, because if you mention in one of the slides, everything is mercy. So one should really see it as.
I mean, anger is with the disbelief, definitely, right? Anything that contradicts the reality,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
That's where the sense of anger comes in.
Mhm. Interesting. Oh, Hatice guys are joining to let us know what happened.
The first one was talking about happening to us, but we don't like, we dislike. So we don't what? Like the third one, yes, we are like we are talking about the thing that happening to us that we dislike. Like sometimes we have some yeah, but we don't like. Why we don't like? This event is created as a result of mercy, manifestation of mercy, and we are given the sense not to like it. It means why I'm doing something wrong. So I'm just warned. For example, do you like to feel pain? I don't like to feel pain. But if you cut your hand, do you feel pain? No. You see that, oh, God, what is this? I express my reaction and I express my dislike. But if you are not feeling the pain, what would happen? What would happen if you were not feeling the pain? What would happen? She continues. Yes, it's mercy. So, although coming to you, you don't like pain. That is what I gave you this sense. But you have to understand that this is mercy. So you try to see, say, God, I cut on my finger. Simple example. My finger is hurting. Alhamdulillah, I was wrong. Otherwise, I would continue cutting. Oh, it will be worse. Thank you, God, for warning me by giving me pain. Yeah. I think that is alhamdulillah. So we have to read it. What you see as ghadab or anger, see what is covered in by mercy. See the mercy. Okay, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alimul hakim wa akhiru da'wahum and alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Qawlat as-sir surah al-Fatiha.